2000 Video Game Podcast.
Oh, yes, whether it's a beer, a shot, or even a glass of wine, grab your favorite beverage and welcome to the Level 857 Video Game Podcast. Today, and as always, we are your hosts, Algae857.
The 23rd Stallion.
Sticks.
Turbo 857.
And your boy Big Chuck. What up?
And the special guest we got coming on the podcast tonight is a fellow YouTuber and television amigo and 500-foot enthusiast, George Lucas impersonator, whose channel's content boasts a unique flair, production value, and sense of humor which is not to be missed. Please welcome on our podcast for the very first time, the host of PandaSub2000, Phoenix McFury.
Hey! Oh, yes.
Make some noise.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Some noise.
What more? Thank you.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, man. Welcome.
Having me, guys.
Awesome stuff, man. And, yeah, how do you guys want to start this off?
With a drink.
With a drink? With a drink.
With a drink.
With a drink? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Whether it be a soda
Salud.
or beer.
Salud.
No.
Or soda with a straw. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Salud.
And to anyone
Yes.
in the chat.
Pretend this is a masculine drink.
Yes.
A drink's a drink.
I'm drinking pure testosterone. It's just liquid testosterone. Right?
Who said you can never drink with a straw? Was that Chappelle? Or who was that?
Was
He was
that-
like, you trying
Most
to be...
masculine people on earth. That's
He said you can't look someone in the eyes.
Yes,
fine-looking ladies. That's it.
Yes. Yes. That's right. I can't look at someone in the eye while drinking.
Yeah, you
through a
can't. You
straw.
can't drink through a straw and look at someone in the eyes.
No eye
That's an
contact.
odd feeling.
That is awkward, man. Now that I think about it.
It's hard for me to just get up in the morning. Yeah, I have to be me 24/7. I apologize.
Nothing wrong with that, my guy. Nothing wrong with that.
That's the way it is.
Hell
That's
yeah.
the way it
hell
is.
yeah.
Well,
All right, so how you want to start the show?
yeah. I don't know. Do you guys want to start off with the news, or do you want to start off with?
The main.
Yeah, it's up to you guys.
I can start with the news.
Yeah, let's do the news.
Let's do the news.
All right.
Well, you guys know what that means, right?
It's time for the news.
Theme song.
What's the bump dump?
You're so off.
What the fuck was that?
Next time, I'll get it better next time, I promise.
Oh my god.
I'll get it better next time.
The bass line is terrible.
He said bump dump.
Oh boy,
You're fired. Oh, man. All right, so let's start off with the first news. Advance Wars 1 and 2 reboot camp delayed to spring 2022.
Great news.
Well, I know you two were anticipating this because that's your genre.
Yes.
So how do you feel about the delay?
I love strategy role-playing games. You know, me and Al love War Groove. You guys check out some videos on there right now. We also got some new videos that are popping out this
except
week.
for the last Twitch stream. That we
Don't worry
talked
about that.
Oh, no,
No, you guys got to watch the
No,
last
don't
like
watch-
10
don't
minutes
watch
of the latest Twitch
Oh,
stream.
don't watch.
Yes, yes, yes.
You have to.
No.
Please.
Who's in
Please.
charge of making this remake? It's Way Forward, right?
Way forward,
Way
yes.
forward, yeah.
They're paving the way forward.
Can you believe people are questioning whether it's going to be good or buggy? Like, this is Way Forward we're talking about.
Seriously,
They
man.
got a track record of phenomenal games.
Yes.
And they're like,
They've never steered wrong. Way Forward. Way Forward's a great company.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And people are like, well, if it means it's less buggy, blah, blah, blah. I'm like,
Man,
no,
way
why is that
forward.
even a question? But you know how it is. Everybody's like, all right, if you bring out a game, it better be perfect. And I mean, yeah, if you need more time in the oven, fine. We're fine with that.
Backlog's real right now.
And
Yeah.
there's more to play. But
Yeah.
I mean,
Nah.
like games like Advance Wars, there's not a lot, though. Like you said, War Group was like pretty much the last one like it.
Well, check it out. You got Triangle Strategy that's coming out March. So
Yeah.
if this is coming out springish, I'm going to guess like end of April, beginning of Mayish. That might be good. I think that's nicely
What was
placed.
the original? What was the
Yeah.
original date for it?
December 3rd.
Yeah.
It was December.
December
Yeah,
3rd.
Oh wow.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So that would have been coming up. So I guess they don't want to. I mean, it has to be after the Triangle Strategy.
Yeah.
Right.
Because they don't want to come out at the same time when it's
I wouldn't come out at the same time as that.
And I
yeah.
guess they didn't want to come out at the same time as your game, Three Houses.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Oh.
No.
So you don't want to fight with Fire Emblem,
No.
Shining Force.
Got to space them out.
Shining Force Mobile.
Stop it. Stop.
You don't want to compete.
You don't want to compete for Shining Force Hero? I mean,
what's wrong with
Shining
Shining
Force Heroes?
I'm,
Fire
in
Emblem
a,
Heroes.
I'm in a good mood. Let's not ruin it with that mobile shit.
Terrible.
Damn.
So it just didn't hurt your feelings at all with this delay? You think it's good?
Well, as someone who I know you weren't talking to me, but I'm just going to butt in anyway. So,
That's what I'm talking
I was
about.
actually going to segue to you.
I thought you were talking to him, actually.
I'm talking to everybody.
you're talking to a narcissist. I apologize. So, yeah, no, I have nothing to add. I've actually never played Advance Wars, so I was just thinking of just coming up with random fake facts and just kind of joining in the conversation with
nice.
that.
I believe.
Well, most of you guys are. So there's 2 of you that like Advance Wars, correct?
Yeah.
And 3 of you that don't care,
We
right?
don't. Yeah, we don't.
Pretty much.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Well, then I'm with the 3 guys that suck.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Let's duke it out.
Forward can blow me personally.
It's the same exact thing. Every time there's like a topic where I'm like, I usually don't care about. I'm like, I'll throw in like 3 things, and I'm like, all right, the rest of y'all can take over for this topic.
Right.
It's funny that you don't care about Advance Wars, but you love Fire Emblem. Is that
Different style for me.
Is it the medieval thing or is it the war?
Nah, it's just the characters. I like controlling individual characters, not like big groups into.
You don't like the units? And
Nah,
stuff.
fuck that shit.
It's funny because I liked it in Suikoden when you fight with in Suikoden 1.
They look like popcorn.
When you fight with a whole big war of people and they pop up.
Yeah, they look like popcorn.
I enjoyed that. It was fun.
Yeah.
But the other game you liked though, the one for Saturn,
Dragon Force, right?
Dragon
That's
Force.
different too. Yeah,
No,
that's
Dragon Force is mad.
That's something special.
But it's different, like as
Mad
far as
fun.
how you control like the whole
It's
squad.
different, yeah.
Compared to Advance Wars, yeah.
It's,
From what
it's
I played?
special.
Yeah.
It's super fun.
You have to ask permission to talk about that game.
Dragon
I
Force?
don't want to talk about it.
There's no real time elements in Advance Wars, but Dragon Force had real time. It was like a turn based cyclic.
It wasn't even turn based. It was just like
Well, you had the hourglass thing. That was like the turn.
Right.
yeah, to do your special, I guess.
The hourglass that runs out, and then you go back to domestic
That was
things.
by Sega? No,
Right.
right? That was by
Oh, work designs.
Organ Design.
Working designs, yeah. Working designs, yeah.
But
So
you ain't heard nothing about that. That franchise is gone.
Shut up.
Now that's the second comment that has gone
What?
under my skin.
That's why I thought it was.
This is only the first news topic. All right.
That's why I thought it was Sega.
We have to calm it down.
I thought Sega made that. That's why. 'Cause we never heard about it after that. But yeah, Advance Wars. What was the game? What was it? Battalion Wars?
yes, that was
the
like
spiritual successor or
3
something?
yes, that was like the spin-off, more real time. That was the real time spin-off of the Advance Wars series, Battalion Wars, and that was real good too. That was real good.
I wasn't a fan of that art design compared to Advance Wars. I like Advance Wars art.
Phoenix, those any of your genres, real time strategy or strategy role playing at all? Not really.
Absolutely not, but I'm very good at lying. So I'd be happy to just continue on this. Personally, level 2. Oh, mind-blowing, that second level. You know what I'm talking about. Come on. You know what I'm talking. I could tell.
Absolutely.
So,
I think you mean.
That's my-
I think you mean level 5.
You might have confused it with level 5. That's right.
son of a bitch. You caught me in my lie.
It's okay, but you got to level 857, so that's all that matters.
That's
right.
Shameless
did.
plug. Shameless.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, hopefully, obviously, we want this to be good when it comes out. So
Of course it will. Nintendo will not release it unless it's up to snuff.
and it's totally reworked from the
So is
ground
that
up.
the reason for the delay? They're saying it just needs more time in the oven.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
It probably just needs a better time
Okay.
frame to come out. Probably.
Right.
Yeah, it might be just
How
marketing.
long has this thing been out? Like, how long has this thing been announced? And now with this delay.
Not that long.
It got announced at the Direct, right? Nintendo Direct.
Like 2 months ago.
Maybe,
Oh, good.
maybe 2 months ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was surprised.
Oh,
to
that's
see
not so bad.
Yeah, it's like,
That's not.
Yeah.
and I'm pretty sure everyone's got like 8-10 games in their backlog to play. So it's
Seriously.
like it's not a big deal.
But the cool thing about this is it's a total rework. So they're making
Yeah.
it designed for the system and just having both 1 and 2, which, one might not have been as popular as 2 at the time.
Right.
So, yeah, you get your chance to play it over. So in the comments, let us know how you feel about Advance Wars being delayed.
Can't
it
wait,
good?
but I'm fine with waiting.
Not you.
You
Yeah.
always answer the question like
asking
we're
the
talking.
audience.
He's asking the audience.
And he
You are
kept
not
on
the
answering.
audience. Stop answering at the end.
You had your chance.
And he cuts off the question.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Let us know in the comments, y'all.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
You know, the ones that sting are the games that they announced like 72 years ago, and then they make another delay. So like when Metroid 4 inevitably, Prime 4 is inevitably delayed another 62 years. That's the that stings. So this doesn't sound too bad. Everyone will be all right.
Exactly.
Our
And it is
grandchildren
my
will play.
for games. So I mean, believe me, it hurts, but only a little bit more time. We'll be there. We'll get there.
Great grandchildren. Great grandchildren.
Great.
grandchildren. Don't play.
Nah,
Don't
62
play.
years? Nah, it's grandchildren. Oh, well, we'd have to start now.
Yeah.
Great grandchildren.
Great grandchildren.
Great.
Yeah, you're right.
You old as hell.
We'll be robots by
You'll be
then.
102. All right, on to the second.
The youngest one at this table. Goddamn relics.
What do you mean? What do you mean, the youngest one at the table? Well, speaking of old, GTA the trilogy, the definitive edition is revealed.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is an old game, y'all.
I'm with that though. Like I'm down to go through those games again.
Oh my god.
I learned all my dating tips from the GTA series. It went really well.
Yeah, you start the date off with some hot coffee.
Yeah,
I meet random women on the streets. It's great. I'm real good. Everything I learned from great.
He's a charmer.
That's how New York used to be in the 80s.
Yeah.
The eight. Wow.
Yeah.
The 80s.
Well, I wasn't exactly there, but yeah, I was.
No, you were there, dude.
I know you were
I'm
there.
not talking about I couldn't get the ladies. Listen,
You were there, man.
we were young. We were too young.
My God, you were there.
She was like 25 around us.
You ain't running the streets at like 8 years
Let's
old.
see.
Who are you?
Let's
You been doing
see.
that? All right, listen. GTA, right? All right, so they announced it, and I was waiting because they announced. They said November-ish. There's gonna be maybe a rumor that there'll be the trilogy, and it was supposed to come out when they were gonna release 5 over again for the 5th time or 6th, whatever it is.
Thank God.
But they pushed that back, so I was like, oh, what happened to the trilogy then? It was gonna be part of that. It was gonna be like an extra, and then they said. If you heard us talk about this before, you heard me. But then they said, let's make it its own release because we added a lot more to it. They didn't remake it. Listen, they didn't remake it. They remastered
It's a
it.
remaster.
They remastered it. And a lot of people don't understand that because apparently there was controversy.
Cash grab.
Not really. Because they added more to it.
Cash.
It's not like
They can't count past 5, so.
well, it's not like
They're
they
like
need the-
Why not
Capcom.
just go back?
They don't need the cash. Listen, they don't need the cash though. They don't. They really don't need to do this at all. So I'm happy that they did because I didn't beat any of those.
Really?
I didn't beat any of them.
No way.
3, Vice City,
Really?
San Andreas. I didn't beat any of them. I played hours upon like 300 hours in those games easily.
Damn.
Wow.
Never beat them.
Damn.
You just
Where
get
you gonna
sidetracked.
I
The
only
Switch?
beat 3. That was.
What's that?
Are you gonna play it on the Switch now? What system you guys thinking?
How do you feel about it being on the Switch? This guy's been dying for a
I've
GTA.
I've been wanting GTA 5 on the Switch since the Switch was announced, and
But at least you get these.
every other Rockstar game is released on the Switch except for GTA 5. I don't know, man.
It'll be out on the
I
phones
mean-
before that.
Huh?
It'll be out on the phones before the Switch.
Probably.
Damn.
GTA
Probably,
5.
yeah.
GTA 5's coming to
No,
the phones.
probably.
Actually, these are coming to phones, which is crazy.
Oh my god.
The remade ones. Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
What?
But I mean,
Is it cheaper?
if it looks the same, listen, if the frame rate is the same and it looks the same, obviously you'll want to get it on the Switch because it's portable. Why not?
Yeah.
But I mean, there's controversy there too. So let's talk about the first controversy. People are like 5 people on the internet counts as the controversy. So
Takes us 5.
That's how
So-
it is. Yep.
so
Multiply that by a
they said, "Oh, I don't like the graphics." What they do? They just made it brighter. And I was like, "Did you not see the textures? Do you know what they did to this game? Do you know how old this game is?" And they're like, "It doesn't look like GTA 5." I'm like, "It's not supposed to be realistic. It was cartoony." And they're like Fortnite characters. It's like, well, it's going to make a lot of sales then, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I mean, listen, I am ecstatic for it. I just want the soundtracks, and I just want it to run. They said they're going to make it run like 5, like the way you control the characters. That's great. The way you shoot people and stuff, they changed the controls.
But you want the
Oh, the shooting controls they changed.
Yes.
That's actually pretty awesome.
Yes.
Because I always hated the shooting controls back
Right.
then. And 4, they were dope. I liked 4s.
Well, they upgraded that part. And
Oh,
they upgraded
that's
they put the
awesome.
wheel in so you can get your weapons and stuff the same way. So that's
pretty
great. that's great.
Are they keeping what's his name Scream in part 3?
I hope so. I hope the voices are still the same.
What was it? Who was it? Who was
Guru.
that? That was Guru.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That was great. That bitch scream.
Ah,
Yeah, that wasn't him.
He
man.
had 3 different voices.
Remind me, that's a good soundbite too.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes it is. Yeah,
Yes.
it definitely is.
So that's GTA 3. But another controversy was that it's downloadable. You have to download it for the Switch. It's not going to be all on the cartridge. Apparently, it said it on the case. It's not out yet, so who knows? But on the case, it said requires a download because they can't fit all the game on the cartridge.
Most games require additional downloads after loading.
So they're not gonna fork out the money for the 32 gig card because it costs a lot more for that.
Why
card.
not just do 2 cards?
Nah, put 2 cards in.
That's it.
These
Final
ain't discs.
Fantasy VII was
Was
three
it? It was
discs.
2? No, I'm talking about the Switch.
I'm
Yeah.
saying.
It costs more. The cartridges cost more.
I guess.
Should
yeah.
blow the Switch up.
Switch
But-
out the cartridge. Yeah.
What's funny is they're selling. People got to complain about everything, right? This is GTA. It's gonna sell. It's gonna sell 1 billion. Like it doesn't matter what it is, but they're complaining that it costs too much. And I was like, these are open world games. They're huge, tons of hours, great games.
3 games.
$20 each. You buy them together at $60.
That's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
that's not
that's
bad.
that's
And it's
at
kinda-
least 150 hours of gaming.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, easily,
Easily.
This is GTA.
At least.
But the thing is, people did want to also buy it separate in case they didn't want the other games, and they don't have that just yet. But what's funny is that on Game Pass, they're going to give out San Andreas on Game Pass.
Oh, word.
Just San Andreas.
I'll take it.
And on PlayStation Now, they're giving Grand Theft 3.
Oh.
Oh, interesting. Wow.
Yeah.
So if you have those services, you're good.
Oh.
Yeah, but
Okay.
PlayStation Now, you still got to buy it. It's weird. But
Wow.
on Game Pass, you can just download.
Huh.
But no Vice City yet. But you can't buy those games separate. But they split them up like that. So
It's
it
interesting.
is what it is. I'm gonna get it. I'm probably getting it for the Switch. But yeah, I don't
Would you
see
get
any
it
controversy.
Would you get it physical, even though it's
No.
basically a digital at that point?
No, not if it requires a download. There's no point
Right.
unless it
Yeah, because
has.
a lot of games did that. There's like even like the Mega Man Legacy Collection,
Right.
you could only get one of them, and the other one you had to download. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And that's what?
That's-
That's 5 megs.
Yeah.
That game is so small.
Bayonetta was like that too.
Play
I
it
had
on
to-
my calculator. You don't need big stuff.
They put Doom in there just as extra.
On your Texas Instruments. Graphic calculator, you can play Mega Man.
Yeah, that's an expensive calculator. Dude.
Yeah,
It's
it
like
really
$120.
Yeah.
Seriously.
It better be able to run Mega Man at that point. $120.
120 frames per second.
Wow.
But no.
I can't.
But yeah, I'm saying like Bayonetta, like you said, part 1 was not in there. You bought 1 and 2. 1 was free board download, and then
Right.
2 was on the cart.
That was
But-
disappointing for me, man.
But they have games that had no game in it. It was just a code.
That's
and,
crazy.
Just a code.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
nothing that you could
What was
touch.
it Wolfenstein? Wolfenstein was like that.
What was, yeah.
I was like, why even bring this case over here?
It was.
Yeah, it was.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
Good thing I didn't buy
It was just the case. And
It
the
was
code.
just a case.
And the
Not even
code.
instruction book. It was just a case.
Just the case.
Damn, man.
Yeah. It said,
Yeah, so like that's what I mean. So what do you guys think? I mean, I kind of already know the answer, but like, what do you guys think of the Amico physical bot, whatever you want to call? It's not physical media. It's
oh, we'll get to it.
Oh, I was going to ask him about
Oh,
that.
no,
later.
we'll get to it. We'll
Yeah,
get
we'll
to
get
all
to
that.
Yeah.
That's for the main topic.
We got to cut this news.
Okay.
So
Great question,
and
though.
I said nothing.
it'll be edited. It'll be edited.
Cut his mic.
But
That's great.
how do you feel about the GTA? This is. I mean, are you a GTA fan? Are you ready for this trilogy, or are you just passing it up, waiting for the 5 or 6?
No, I think it's great. And I think it's really great that you can. I mean, people have been wanting Grand Theft Auto on the Switch forever. I think obviously people wanted 5, but this is a really good. This is 3 great, highly rated games, 3 highly influential games as well. And on top of that, to me, that price, for me, like the $60 always makes sense to me because, like they're even complaining about Dread being too much money. I think what they probably wanted at 49 or whatever. And I can see the argument but for me, in this particular case, you're getting 3 incredible games for $60. It's borderline steal as far as I'm concerned. They did put minimal amount of effort in there, so I'll take it.
Yeah.
If they want the soundtrack, $20 is the minimum they can do. They can't. There's those licensed tracks. Like they got to do it that way. It's not going to be cheap
Absolutely.
Yeah.
unless you.
But
wait.
I don't like the idea that the cart obviously that I don't like. I don't like that they didn't just, if you're putting it on a cart, you're only going to put some of it on there. To me, that's cheap.
Yeah.
And especially coming from that company, I think they could do better. But that's me.
But that's how they get you to buy it on.
What you say is what matters. That's so. If you're listening, yeah.
That's how they get you to buy it digitally on the Switch, and then to buy it physically on the other systems. And it's on PC, and it's on the phones. It's only downloadable on the phones. You can't get it physical on your phone.
If only they could do a Burnout Definitive Edition on the Switch, then I'd be like, all right, you know what? I'm for it, man. That's good.
Burnout 1? Come on, man. They got better ones.
And you guys are all good with the graphics on the remaster.
I love the graphics on the remaster.
I think it looks cool.
I'm glad because I played the old ones, and it's old. It's very old.
It's an improvement from the originals, I think. I'm like,
It definitely is.
I don't understand the controversy over it. I'm like, it looks good.
You know why it is controversy? Because we're in the age of remakes. Everything needs to be remade. So everyone's spoiled now.
It's a remaster.
Well, it has been
No,
like,
we're in the age of entitlement.
Yeah,
listen,
That's what it's called.
It's been 15 years,
And
though.
isn't there a controversy? Every you could put out anything, and you put a new Zelda. There's controversy.
true.
Like that, the internet just loves to cry. Personally, that's it's ridiculous.
it's true.
But
Crybabies.
the thing is, they'll put out one tweet. I'm like, this person said they hate it. I'm like, who gives a fuck?
that means I hate it too.
I'm like, who are you?
I'm a puppet.
This person told me to dislike this, so I'm going to.
Out of the thousands of people reacting and loving this person says, woo. I'm like, all right, whatever, man.
One
I'm
person
happy.
equals a million.
I'm happy with it. So I'm waiting for it. Hopefully it comes out. I think the digital comes out first, and then the physical comes out afterwards later.
December, I think. Yeah.
I think it's like December 7th or something like that. I'm just pulling dates out my ass. Nah, I think
Takes out
You
my
work for
ass.
Nintendo. I know.
December 7th.
it is the 7th. Right? Yeah. See,
I'm just pulling.
I'm right sometimes.
Dates out my ass.
Let us know in the comments what you think of GTA and this remaster, not remake, y'all. Remaster. Let us know. News 3. All right, now here comes the hate. Here comes the hate. Nah.
He said, he got like a jingle. Here comes the hate.
Here we go.
We gotta make one.
No, okay. So, new Xbox solid state drives are $400 for 2 terabytes of proprietary storage. It's a memory card, y'all. It's a $400 memory card to hold your games.
I'd rather go
I'm going
with
to be polar opposite on this, and I actually wish it was more money. So if I could pay $800, I'd be a much happier man.
Yes.
I'm the contrarian, but I love my stuff really expensive.
That means it's good. That means it's good, right?
That's how you know you have value.
That's how you know it's good.
Bingo.
The 1 terabyte one, I think, was like $220 to $230. So obviously, this technology right now is expensive. So I'm not questioning the price for it. I'm not saying $400 is too much for it. The technology isn't there yet for as far as affordability. That being said, $400 to put more games on your system. I mean, you obviously don't have to open it. You can just put it in there, but it's legit a memory card.
All right. Now, let me just get this straight. Is this technically external storage? Or
No, internal.
It's internal, right?
It's a storage cart that you can put in it.
Internal's
And
more
it's internal.
expensive than external anyway.
It's going to cost you regardless whether you bought it like the legit way or in this little cartridge that they have.
Yeah.
But it's overall too expensive. The same way that PS Vita cards were too expensive. They are too expensive.
But that was proprietary for no freaking reason.
That
Like,
too.
they didn't add
I mean, they
anything
didn't want to
new.
get.
It
They didn't
was
want,
ego.
It didn't add
After
anything
the
new
PS
to it. It wasn't speed or anything.
after the PSP got hacked on the first day.
Right.
They had to do something
Right.
to not have it get hacked the same way. And
Understood.
then they learned their lesson, so they said they might as well not even release the Vita. So, so I don't know if that helped them out at all.
You know,
But-
let me keep buying my Seagate external hard drives that burn out every few months and
Paid
this is
$10 for
for 4 terabytes.
yeah.
Listen, they're making it like you have to buy this. All right, they came out with a 516 gig one, which is like $120, which is still stupid expensive. And the system only has what 600, 700 maybe.
I think it starts with 800 because it has 1 terabyte, but
Yeah,
there's
but
like
it takes up the
200
space.
gigs.
Yeah, for the
How long
operating
does it take to upload and download like the game?
On there, it's
console?
fast. They're super fast.
It depends.
Yeah.
It all depends on.
It takes
on
a
your
day for
internet.
Call of Duty, you know.
Wow.
It's like 200 gigs. It's like 200 gigs.
Yeah, no,
for the whole game.
Call of Duty is a massive game. So.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
200 gigs. Wow.
Yeah, and there's another one that's coming out. It's 100 gigs. I think Forza is 100 gigs, and you got to
Yeah.
pre-download it.
Yep.
Like, these are big games. So if you're gonna have all these on the system and you want to have them all selectable, you better find out
And I'm sure Halo's going to be another 100 gigs too.
Easily.
Dude, how pissed would you
Easily.
be if you accidentally deleted your?
I mean, yeah,
Accidentally
it
deleted
depends
what?
on where you're at. So if you got a good internet connection, it's not that big a deal. If you have a bad internet and you got to wait a week to download this stuff, that's when it's terrible.
Yeah.
That's when it's terrible.
Yeah.
But in order to get the room to put it all on there and leave it, it's a lot of dough. Look, the Xbox S, the Series S is $300. This is $400.
Yeah, you can buy an entire new system.
Yeah, to
And
store
a
your
new-
games on the second system.
You can either buy, you can buy either a Series S
Just buy another one.
or a PlayStation Digital, PS5 Digital, and still have $100 left over.
That's the 2
Which is
terabytes though. Like when you just get the second, like have one system for your first persons and this other system for your other games,
Dude.
and that's 2 terabytes.
Oh man.
That'd be
Where's
hilarious.
everyone getting this money? Maybe I'm poor, or that the shipping charges to space is a real bitch.
Yeah.
But like, how the hell is everyone affording the? I think the Xbox is somewhere in the neighborhood of like $42,000, something like that, right? It's a lot of money.
Give or take.
Just shy of that.
Yeah, and now there you need to get the extra hard drive and stuff. At what point are we just talking about getting a new like a PC,
Right.
right? Like it's getting pretty close to it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I did? I just gave up the soul of my future firstborn child, and everything's just coming my way.
It gets you a good
Like-
story though.
Yeah,
It's a good movie.
exactly.
It's always a good movie. You give it the soul of your child. You got. What are you gonna do
best
to get
plot.
it back now? What are you gonna do to
It's
get
the
it
best plot.
I'm not gonna get it back.
You got to give up your allegiance to Xbox, man.
Nah. The child's got to earn it back themselves. Chill.
Listen, when Spider-Man comes out, you'll get your kid back.
Yo.
No, you just have the kid and have him work for you. Just have him go and do
you
all the
go.
work.
Yeah.
That's like
That's true.
That's a good idea.
That's
Yeah.
big boss thinking right there.
It's big brain thinking.
what I do.
So I'll tell you what sucks about the proprietary storage. Like, all right, if and when this like the regular memory comes down in price, and say okay, it's not 400, it's 300, it's like 250 or whatever, it drops in price. It's more normal. Proprietary storage for the system probably will not get touched. It will probably be the same price the entire run of the system
Right.
Jesus.
forever. I think I can get a PlayStation 1 memory card now for like maybe $15. And that was like what, $30? So you got to wait a good 20 years before this drops in price.
Right.
And it's not available in stores. You got to get it straight from China. But who knows how it's going to work, how it's going to drop in price. 400 is a lot. And I will just delete games.
Yeah.
I will just delete games unless there's a game that's over the whole hard drive, and it's possible. After all the updates, it's just going to take up the entire thing.
I had to delete a couple of
just
games
gonna-
recently on the Switch.
Yeah. You just got to learn how to not play everything altogether.
Poor Banner Saga. All three of them had to go.
I
You
was
can always download it.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
I actually deleted Call of Duty Warzone.
Because when do you play that?
I
I haven't
got
played it in a minute. So
There you go.
a 1 terabyte SD micro SD for $150 when it was on sale.
Really?
SanDisk, you know. So
They dropped in price, but that's not proprietary.
Right.
That's the problem.
Damn.
You can use
But
it.
you know, they had that same issue with the 360 with their proprietary memory. That never dropped in price.
Yeah.
Never dropped in price ever. And it still probably never dropped in price. That big ass thing, that brick.
Just give us memory without the proprietary.
Well, you heard that?
Whoa.
All right, dude?
Another pop-
Just give us the memory without the popcorn.
Listen,
Yo, what happened to
if
his
someday,
voice
they come out with, the proprietary thing there, and you stick a memory card in it as a converter, and it still works the same way, hey, maybe something like that'll work. But
And
it's
China
not.
will do it.
It's not gonna. Not anytime soon.
Are we
It's
talking
not
about
gonna- So let us know if that's too much
Yeah.
for a drive and too much for space.
Correct answer is yes. It is too much.
I was expecting Turbo to say
Ah,
that.
no, that's okay to answer this one.
Too high. Way too high.
Yeah,
Too high.
Too high.
The price is.
I
too
can
damn
only
high.
afford I play basically all my games on a calculator. That's it. It's an old 1980s calculator. That's what I can afford. So $400, you're out of your mind. Sorry. Xbox, be better.
It better come with a ton of games on it.
Texas Instruments.
For real.
Damn right.
I wonder how this is going to sell. But all
Listen, if they gave away like 2 years of Game Pass or 4 years of Game Pass, I'm like, maybe I could look at it and I could put all that on there. But I mean,
years of Game Pass.
there's got to be the whole lifespan of the system. I should never have to pay for a game while I own the system ever again after that.
Well, I mean, as long as you have Game Pass, you really don't have to kind
If it
That's what I'm
pays for
saying.
Game
That's what I'm
Pass,
saying.
right.
If it
Hook it up.
comes with the purchase,
Hook it up, Xbox. I got no games.
Yo,
Nah, they got games.
Yo, the slander
I can't even.
is ridiculous.
can't even.
Stop it.
On to the next news.
It's gonna get worse.
Yep.
On to the next news. And the final one. Isn't this is the last one?
Last
Yes,
news.
last
Oh, yeah.
night.
News number 4. Players report Nintendo Switch Online, Nintendo 64 games suffering from input lag, frame rate issues, and tons of other bad things.
Aren't you guys glad you paid that $50?
What did we say last week? There was an
What a
argument.
deal. That's such a good deal.
There was an argument whether or not the online would be good. And I said, this is Nintendo. So probably not. And the issue with the controllers, I mean, if you pay $50 for your Nintendo 64 controller, you know, that elusive wireless controller,
No.
obviously that's going to introduce some lag. Plus you're dealing with an HD TV. Plus you're dealing with an emulator that's not optimized from Nintendo. So you think that they would have the information to get a better emulator than the stuff you can download online.
Why don't they care?
They should steal the emulator from the sites they shut down.
Seriously. At least
got
hire the
Dolphin.
people that you shut down, that you put out of business.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Work
I
a deal
think we
out.
need to cut Nintendo a little slack. They've had 30 years to get this right. So cut them a little slack, guys.
Yeah, I know. They need
Just
a little bit more. A little bit more time.
Another
It
20
was, it was
years.
close. It was close.
Why
So
is
basically, probably what they did was they had the emulator for Mario 64, and they said, "Hey, can we throw another game on there?" And it worked. And they said, "Let's do this." And they didn't check anything. And then everybody's like, "Hey, there's lag," because you seen them. They said Ocarina of Time was the worst.
Right.
And I mean, obviously, it's not crazy. If you didn't know, you
Yeah.
probably get away with playing it. But if you're playing it side by side with someone on CRT, you're gonna be like, "What the?"
No,
like,
if the lag is bad, you just gotta get
It's
used to
seriously
the lag.
different.
You just gotta get used to it.
You just said, yeah.
It takes
It's
like an
wait,
hour or
This is
so.
an Apple.
If you
This
played
is an Apple.
emulators that weren't optimized before, and a lot of people have, you know, it's like then it's like, okay, I can still play it. It's not the best, you know. It's like it's a little off, but I can get through the game.
But you're dealing with a wire controller, a wireless controller. You think they give you a wire controller if they knew the lag was that bad? Like anything to help out.
Yeah,
But
they-
apparently they don't.
want-
the inputs are
They don't
probably
give a
still,
shit.
yeah. It's probably the emulator itself. The wire controller might not even help.
Well, you would think
Oh
they
no,
would work with the
it would help a
emulator.
little.
You think it would-
It would help a little. But the emulator is apparently garbage.
Yeah.
Frame rate? They said the graphics are not right.
As
Like
much money as this company makes, why is their fucking internet so bad?
No,
Quality-
the
because
funny,
they don't care about the
Because they
internet.
don't
It's like-
care
it's
about
like-
online gameplay.
I like the Mario
And they don't
Kart
have to.
64 when you try to play a Ghost Trial or whatever
You
like
can't
that.
because
It asks for a controller pack from the N64 days. So it's
Oh
like,
my
So remember I said they didn't check after they
yeah,
had
they
Mario
didn't check.
64
Yeah, they
running?
didn't check all the games before
Quality
they released
control. I can just see it now. Like someone at Nintendo and quality control just like
He said,
sleeping.
"Oh shit, I missed that.
They're just sleeping. They're just sleeping.
It hasn't worked since the pandemic started.
I
Just
missed
sleeping
that.
in his chair. Like,
It needs the cart still. Can we sell the cart?
is it good? Yeah, yeah.
Can we
it's good.
sell the cart to put in the cartridge, please?
What do you mean the game's not working? Just blowing it.
And there's no, even if you had the cart, like the N64 controller they sell doesn't have that. So you can't even use the controllers they sell doesn't, it's not compatible with the controller pack that they're asking for.
And we know also that the N64 is one of the hardest
It's a hard thing
systems
to
to
emulate.
emulate.
It's
in
like the
general.
Saturn.
It's
You
the
know, yeah.
hardest system to
They said, "Does
emulate.
GoldenEye work?" Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, exactly.
They said you can't even save. You can't save and win back. I mean, you said you got to use save states, so you can't save in the game normally. No,
Oh, so well, save states are fun.
they didn't even need to put that on there. So
I was wondering why Winback was on there.
I don't know why they put that on.
There is one fan very excited that it is on that system.
Just one.
Todd in Oklahoma.
I
that's
can't
his game.
save.
That's his game, man.
Who just unsubbed to this channel because of what I just said.
No, he tweeted it and got the world on his shoulders.
Yes.
He said, "This is garbage. I hate it." And then that's it. He's the only one who didn't like it.
It all works, but you have to use the Donkey Kongas.
Yeah, man. Like I don't understand. I don't understand how they
Virtual
miss
visor.
this stuff. Like, I mean, maybe an update. Listen, I don't know how they can fix the emulator, but maybe an update can get rid of that. You think
I'm
they
sure.
will.
I would think so. You know, Nintendo's. You know, it's when it comes to online, it takes them a while to flesh things out
No,
to
no,
get
no,
it
no,
better.
no,
for
no. It doesn't take them a while. They just don't
They
care.
just don't do it. So
yeah.
that's why I'm expecting them never to
I've
fix
been
it.
trying to play Smash Brothers online without a hitch for 5 years.
Really?
Well, that's
No,
because you can't
no,
really
that-
play that well.
You gotta
You can't blame the internet all the time.
Yeah, John, that's your fault.
Yeah,
Ain't
you
it?
set that
That's
up,
all,
man.
dude.
You set
Come on,
yourself
man.
up.
No,
Come on,
chocolate.
man.
You get the lowest like FiOS package. You gotta get like
Your ping is
300
very,
megabits per second.
Your ping is very low.
Yeah, that's your connection, man.
It's much better than Brawl. You know, I'll
If-
give it that. Like the Ultimate's. Like it's a better experience than Brawl.
I don't like y'all no more.
I hear the internet connections depends on how good a player you are in that game. So if you're not that good, it's gonna like lag a lot. So, yeah.
Take it up with Nintendo.
So you gotta be boasting. You gotta be boasting at least 7 mil, man.
Yeah, you can't be rolled up there to the 2 mils, dude. You gotta like step your game up with your shitty connection.
Get them skills up, man.
Yeah, sorry.
I wonder
PSP's
what,
gotta be 7 mils. I'm sorry.
I wonder what other titles don't work. They said they like data mined this, and they said there was about 32 other titles that they had like the names of in the thing. They had spaces for them for Nintendo 64, and then they said they had like a couple for Genesis also. Genesis shouldn't have a problem running at all. I'm pretty sure, unless the music is wrong, like all time.
Just
when
give
they
me
emulate
my
Genesis.
Shining Force 2, man. We good.
But they said that the reason why it was $30 is because like $30 more is because Sega was charging them more.
That's what I read.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, you need to get rid of that.
Sega trying to get that money for not doing nothing.
If you charge them more just because of that, everyone's expecting $10 for this like half-ass service. But
for this half-ass service.
it is. But I mean, if you're paying for Nintendo 64, it's a half-ass service, and you're not paying for the internet, so that's what you're getting. But I mean, you can buy the collection of Sega and get all those games. So it's not that big of a deal if they said, okay,
Not
we're just
Shining
going to
Force
deal
2.
with Nintendo.
Not Shining Force 2.
You could buy the mini Game Gear.
Okay, no.
Yeah, Sega's bartering a hefty price if it's going for freaking $30 more for that, man. Who they think they are?
They don't have a Sonic game coming, so apparently they do, but it's not coming anytime soon. So they got to charge this money. They're trying to bring a Dreamcast out.
Have they given any information about how often they're gonna, update the library? No, right? It's just
Probably two
they said
every
nothing
5
about
months.
that.
How do they do it with Nintendo?
They never-
It's always random. They never
it's
announce it.
very
It just
random.
pops
It's
up.
just
Made it that.
Oh, let's just give them 4 in some game they never heard of.
Right.
They've been dying
I just
for
want
that.
DK64, man. That's
you
all
don't
I
even
want.
care. You don't care about
DK
You ain't playing that shit. You know how age that is?
You don't care about that.
I want man. I never
ain't
played
playing
that.
that shit.
I never played that Donkey Kong Country. Got play it.
You ain't playing that
Gotta
shit.
play it.
Stop it, man.
That'll make it worth it. You know how much money they got from people?
Well, when they fix it, I'm sure they're gonna update. And it's the lag. They're gonna fix the lag and
That's,
stuff.
and that's
Dude.
how they get you. And
They
that's
got
how
so
get
much money from everybody. Within the week, that should be fixed. Within the week, that should be fixed. Somebody should be in
They're like,
there.
they're going to pay for it. Why fix it?
It was like, they already paid for the year. We got a whole year.
They paid for it. Yeah, the whole year to fix
They'll
it.
fix it with the money the subscriber pay. The ones who updated the freaking expansion pack, they're gonna use that money to pay for the service to fix it.
Let's hope so.
Man.
Let's hope so. I don't think so.
Tetris Effect Connected just came out.
Yeah.
And that was laggy as hell.
They just patched it though, Al.
Did
Did
they?
you play the patch yet? They had
Did they? No.
mad notes on the patch.
Well,
Mad notes.
that remains to be
What about
seen.
that
I haven't
Sonic,
tried
though?
it yet.
Everything you complained about.
What
it was
about
like,
that
damn,
Son- what
Algie
about-
complained about this. They were like,
Yeah.
What about that Sonic though?
What's on? Which one?
Sonic Heroes. That was a big fail on Switch. But
Sonic Heroes or Sonic Colors?
colors.
I was like, because if Sonic Heroes, I'm like, dude, it came out. I want to get that one.
colors.
Sonic Colors. I think they
Sonic
patched that
Colors.
too, but not 60
No, but they
frames.
have to. That's
Not
the
60
thing.
frames.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So,
Mario Maker?
is there any chance that you would pay for this service for the Nintendo 64 games? Do you think it's worth it? $30 for the whole year to get access to Nintendo 64.
And do you have hope that Nintendo's going to improve the service?
Nah, that wasn't part of the question.
They're not going to improve the service.
Damn.
As I said previously, I like to pay more money. So if Nintendo
yes.
increased the price for their to be honest, I haven't even seen value in their $20 service. They have nothing right. So to pay an additional $30 for games like you said, the Genesis collection has all of those games. You can the N64. You could honestly after just 1 year, you could buy a real N64 for the same amount you'd be spending for the year, right there. And you just borrow a couple of games or something. I don't know. It's not even close to worth it to me. It's not even close. If they fix their online service, if they get off of the idea that you have to be on a phone to talk to your friends, if they fix that, then maybe I'd consider it. But and they would need a game plan. Tell me, we plan on releasing X amount of games per month or whatever. You can't just leave it up in the air because you're spending money on something you don't even know what you're getting.
And one
And
Switch
so
game.
Which means
One Switch game at least a year.
which means they don't care.
Give
No,
away.
they don't.
Give
They don't
one
care.
to Switch.
There is no game plan. There is nothing.
Give it away.
They need to give away a game. No, they should give games like that away. Serious with the subscription. You
Give it
don't
away.
subscribe, you lose the game. Nintendo needs to get on that, man.
Listen, they got a lot to prove. I don't know what they're doing with DLC. I don't know what they're doing with the games. But they need to tell us. They need to fix the online, and then maybe people will pay. But they already paid, so what do they care? So let us know if you care in the comments.
Did they mention if they're going to do the things like they do for like the old Nintendo games where they have like a different version of it, like where you play Metroid and you have all the equipment and everything ready? Are they doing that with the?
That's
these
what I was
games?
hoping.
The SP version? I'm not
they
sure.
might. They never really announced that they were doing that with the old game, so maybe.
They're like, we'll think about it after we get your money.
Yeah, he's like, what can we do to redeem ourselves?
After
No,
you get your
I'm-
billions, we might consider doing something.
But they do got Paper Mario on there, man. I never played that.
Yeah, well, I doubt you can play it anyway.
Yeah.
When you get through that game, let us know.
yeah, exactly.
I'm not paying for it yet. I'm waiting for
Yeah, that Donkey Kong game. You let us know when you play that. Yeah, let us know when you
Let us
play
know
that.
when you actually play.
Mr.
Donkey.
Nintendo didn't get this?
Not yet. They have to fix the lag.
Mr.
problem.
Nintendo man.
When they get the lag problem, and
He's not playing that game.
You need to email Howard and Ness and ask them to
Howard
fix this.
and Ness.
It's the president of Nintendo, man.
That's hilarious. You're going pre-Nintendo Power days, man.
Yeah.
Oh
Take it
man.
back.
All right.
Let us know in the comments, y'all. All right.
All right.
So now we have the ultimate icon right here. The PandaSub2000 icon is
yes.
staring at us right here, and we get
Yes, I am. I'm the internet's icon.
it's a talking icon.
Yes.
This is when we take a break.
I just switched back. All right.
Oh, forget the break.
All right. Right.
Forget the break.
mean,
if none of you guys got to take a piss,
Nah, I'm
then it's
good,
fine.
man.
Oh, I probably will later. Thanks. But
Well,
And the cool thing is, you're gonna have to get up, but there's two people blocking you on
Yep.
each side. You
I'm gonna have to climb over the table, knock over everything.
It's going to be great.
I got a bottle here. I'm good.
You can't tell, but I've been peeing this entire time.
Oh, I
That's how
can
you
tell.
gotta do.
I can tell.
I'm wearing a diaper.
I see the relief.
Don't ask me to stand.
I see the relieved face. I've seen. I was like,
The
he's doing it.
The relief face. That's World of Warcraft Cartman style.
Oh man.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
Yeah. The mother holds a bag right for him to take a dump. I'm sorry,
dude,
I'm
dude,
sorry. I'm sorry.
dude.
Okay.
That
went on too long.
That was amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
Give you that silence.
I
every
wanted it
time.
to be awkward. That's why. That was on purpose.
So, on to our main topic of the night. We are hanging out with PandaSub2000.
Yes.
If you haven't checked out his channel, it goes by that name. Go there and subscribe because
Unlike everything.
you will thank us later.
Yes.
sir.
Great stuff on there. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I've seen some podcasts you've done. I'm gonna ask the same questions. No,
Same questions.
but no,
10
I mean,
inches. If that's what you're asking. It's 10 inches.
your monitor is 10 inches. That's a tiny screen.
Wow.
I have a 27-inch monitor.
It's impressive.
It is, right? 4K. 4K. No. All right, so let everybody know who doesn't know you, what you do, and what your YouTube channel is about, and what made you start it. And no.
And
You gotta start small. Start small.
I'll leave it there.
Part 5, Section B.
Yeah, so I wanted to make like a for people who love video games. I wanted to make a hobby spot for them. So it's not necessarily Let's Plays. It's not necessarily reviews. It's kind of just everything. But I wanted to do it in the most unique way possible. So when I was thinking of that, I said, oh, what comes to mind naturally is a 500-foot panda bear that I'm going to put in space with a submarine backpack on. And then, boom, it was instant. It made sense to me. So, yeah, no, I wanted to have like kind of a Star Wars, Star Trekian kind of environment where there's a cast of characters and off duty when they're not trying to save the galaxy. they're putting on dumb internet shows about video games and debates and things like that. And then like recently, just a few days ago, I released an episode where you actually see them on duty and what they're doing, right? So they're trying to save the galaxy. So yeah, it's kind of like, like when like an angry video game nerd, he would do, he does skits around things.
It gives me an old school vibe for you.
Yeah, like no one knows who Angry Video Game Nerd is. This obscure YouTuber, this indie subscriber.
Yeah, who's that?
He needs it, guys. Seriously. But yeah, I wanted to just make something that was really, really fun. Hopefully, with some lovable characters. Obviously, very weird. But I wanted it to be that it's that kind of no matter what your taste is that something hopefully will click for you. That it's not necessarily all shooters. It's not necessarily all retro. It's kind of all over the place. So yeah, that's kind of what I was trying to go for.
You definitely get the vibe from that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. A lot of people don't put in the amount of effort and the amount of time that it takes to do a video like that is not usually in the algorithm of YouTube nowadays.
No. I outsourced everything to China, so I actually
let us know how much that is.
$8.50. It's pretty cheap. It's actually pretty okay.
I'm sure.
So tell us about. I mean,
I had a question real quick.
Go ahead.
Your style reminds me, and this is a YouTube channel also that I enjoy. Has nothing to do with video games. This is a channel called Captain Disillusion, and it's you're familiar with him?
Oh yeah.
The style of your show, it reminds me of it. The comedy also is very similar. Awesome stuff, man. And he also produces everything himself too, which is.
I think he's fantastic.
Yeah.
He was actually, when I saw him, when I was coming up with what I wanted to do, first I was thinking of just doing stripper videos, and I said, well, that may not work out. And it would involve me working out, so that's a big no. But yeah, when I saw him doing, and I saw that there was some interest in independent artists, doing some kind of like big special effects stuff, I thought, oh, maybe there's a market. And if you check by my sub count, there isn't a market. A great time with it. Right. Yeah, but what's great about him is that what I love about him is that he dissects how, he does two things. He dissects how he made something, and he also shows, when people are screwing you over.
Yes.
So I thought he's an amazing channel. If you haven't seen him, you should definitely check him out.
One of the big standouts on your channel is the editing. So I was watching, and I'm like, how? Like I've edited stuff, and I know the process of editing, and I'm like, that's a lot. That's a lot of editing. A lot. So, like, tell our viewers what it takes to do that, and like your process of actually getting that down to do it, because it obviously takes vision to make a video like you do, and the time. It's time consuming. If you could pull that out in a day, let me know if you could finish that in a day. I'd be like, dude.
What's your regular schedule?
Yeah, exactly. Like, what's the process of doing something like that?
So it all depends. So, okay. So I don't want to take forever to answer this because it'll bore the hell out of you. But so it goes to one of two different ways, right? So it depends on what I'm making. Like the episode I just released 2 days ago, that was actually shot and done in 2018. So, like, let's say you take the Amico episode. If you've ever seen that one where I do, it's my first Amico episode. That one took about 2.5 months to do. So to write it maybe took 2 or 3 days. Then I do storyboarding of how I'm going to execute. I start doing, kind of like blueprints of what the environment's going to look like, what the lighting is going to look like, all that stuff. And then after I shoot it in about a day or two, it's about 2 months of just 10 to 15 hour days of just working on all those effects, all that stuff on top of a job that I'm also doing on the side, male stripping. But aside from that,
that's where the money
That's
comes
the
from.
money.
You gotta fund it. Gotta fund the project.
you won't believe it, but no one gives me any money when I strip. But that's besides
Hourly.
Ask Shock, OnlyFans is the way to go.
Yeah. Link in bio.
Yeah.
The chat says OnlyFans is the way to go also. They think it's the easiest way.
Chalk's done it.
But you do this all yourself too, right?
Every single thing I do. Like if you look at the episode I released 2 days ago, there's
Halloween
there's about a
episode.
2-minute action sequence that takes place in it. That took 8 months to do.
Jesus.
Eight whole months. So I'm working on episodes right now that I know, and I'm being serious, that you won't see until 2025. Like I know, like that's how long this stuff takes.
Holy shit.
And it makes it all the more sweeter when you know no one's gonna watch it.
God
That makes it all worth it.
Is it a Metroid Prime 4 movie?
Yeah.
It makes it all worth it.
Sadly, I'll probably come out first in Metroid Prime. But then there's episodes like I did recently of the Switch and Amico episode I did, and
I saw that one.
like
That was
that's
good.
a set that I built with the idea of fast production time.
Okay.
So I actually can do an episode like that actually live. So how long it took me to make that? Basically, it took 3 or 4 days to write that script. I wanted to get as many points as I could, trying to address as many of the comments from the opposition side. To film it was basically in real time. I'm actually live cutting.
Wow.
Like an OBS. It's just kind of okay, switch the camera forward, and then you have to do all the editing. Putting in the little clips and stuff like that. So that whole episode maybe took a week. So it just depends on what the episode asked for. That's how long. It could take a year, or it could take 4 or 5 days.
All right. Well, don't get discouraged by the counts of any of this stuff, because the episodes and stuff like that you do, that's a long time. Like that's not going to go anywhere. Like that's going to be around. That's going to be entertaining for the lifetime.
That's high
as long as it's up
quality.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
high
Whenever
That's
people
what I'm
find
trying
it,
to do. I'm trying to make everything like legacy content, like that. That's why I'm not doing like modern stuff. I'm trying to just make everything that you could in 4 years from now you could watch it. And I'm sorry, I just cut you off. Sorry about that.
Oh no, please. No.
nah, I forgot everything.
We were just saying it's really high level, high quality content. So,
But yeah, and I understand how coming out with something like that after that much time can be like heartbreaking. Like to get like a small amount of views on it, because when you started our channel, I originally started like the first videos I put on this channel, Level 857, were like old school YouTube videos. They were edited, they were like storyboarded kind of, and not to the extent of something that you do, but it took a long 2-3 weeks to put together.
Sure.
And
And
video
then-
game nerd style.
Something like that. I didn't
Similar.
really film me walking around the house and stuff.
No,
but
storyline.
But yeah, it was built around the script and all that stuff. And I was like, damn, 10 views. like, that's really it out of this whole YouTube world. Like, it's hard to find stuff. It's not like it's your stuff that people don't want to see. It's just that people can't find it. You got to find a way to get them to find it.
Yeah.
And then you'll find that niche. But as we've progressed with the channel, we've done a lot more live stuff, because that's just what YouTube is asking. Like, although they're not really asking for live, who knows what the hell?
We don't know, man.
Listen, they were asking for practical jokes. Like, who knows what YouTube
No one ever
wants?
knows what YouTube wants.
They wanted
The
drama
algorithm.
last year. And
I think
who
when
knows?
you focus too much on what YouTube wants, you
Right.
you fuck up your channel.
Yeah,
it's
it's
just like
Exactly.
this
That's
guy-
why. I mean, if we get some Minecraft.
yeah, that's like us scrapping the stuff we love to do and just start doing a Fortnite, Minecraft.
I might be missing out on something
Roblox.
there.
Like it just.
If you like it and want to do it, feel free. But you try to fake something you don't like.
Pretend like you're 16 years old playing Fortnite.
Yeah.
Hats.
Unless you're gonna dress like you're 16 years old and like look completely ridiculous while playing and be like, "Oh, this is so fun," and then like make a joke out of it. All right.
Boy, Fortnite 2000.
I think that would be a cool chat. A 40-year-old teen.
wow.
40-year-old
Yo,
teen.
my mom's a
some's
bitch.
gonna make
She
that
won't
now that
allow
you
me
said
to
it
get
out
that
loud.
weapon upgrade.
That sounds like 1 million views to me.
Hell yeah.
That sounds like a short rather than a video.
Earlier today in a group chat, I was joking around and I was just like, "Hey,
Minecraft Monday.
why don't we do Minecraft Mondays?" Yeah.
Dude, what you call it? Video Game Donkey did that.
No, thank
Some
you.
bullshit. And
Yeah.
he got like obviously he gets 3 million views a video anyway.
Wow.
But he was just bullshitting Minecraft Mondays. And it probably got more hits than anything he does. And it was just a joke.
No shit.
That's all it is.
It's just
I can't look at Minecraft for that long without. I can't look at the game.
I don't know how you want to see me dig to hell. Like how many times? Every time I play that game, I'm like, oh, I got a shovel. I'm digging to the lava, and that's all I get out of that game. I don't know what people do in that.
Get a nosebleed.
Apparently, they made an entire Zelda game in it. It's crazy.
That's hilarious.
Well, they've done a lot of crazy
It's
stuff.
ridiculous. They made the Taj Mahal.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I can't
They
even.
made a Game Boy inside that played
Exactly. Played
Tetris and also played Pokemon also,
yeah.
like in the game.
Probably the same exact game.
Imagine.
Oh man.
Yeah, it goes to show you how easy those games are. Nah. But yeah, man, listen, like it's inspiring to watch some of the stuff you create. And I just watched the Halloween episode. I had one thing I wanted to tell you. Like, I mean, I know you said that you just did that earlier.
You're gonna complain?
No,
Why
no,
are you
no.
complaining?
Nah, this is just a thing. This is just YouTube.
You were hoping for
YouTube.
more squirrel sex, weren't you? That's the.
Oh man.
This is just YouTube.
Why
shit.
was it censored? No.
So
3 minutes of that
Why was
outside.
it censored?
you had 3 games in that video. I think if you
Yeah.
did chop that video and put it out this whole month as a Halloween special of each week, it would have done, more than one episode. But I mean, obviously, it's like a movie. So I don't know how it would have worked out if you did chop it up per game. And I'm sure you probably thought.
I think it's actually a really good idea. I actually, a long time ago, was playing with that idea. But what my concern was, especially I knew coming out of the gate where no one really knows me, is that the problem is that the story is so like, if you really look at it, it would just be, it's them talking about Fart Trap, and then I would do Night Trap, and then it would cut to be continued. Like, I feel no reason to be compelled to watch another one of these things.
You would have to have the following to follow each week.
Right.
Yeah, I got it.
That was the reason why, because I think you're right. And then I was playing with the idea of like, and then at the end of the month, you have it,
As
if you
one
want,
thing.
you have the whole package together.
Yeah.
But I just felt like after you see part 1, you're just like, well, I'm done with this asshole. So that's
I'm with this asshole.
Or you could probably do a situation where you would have like when you watch a TV episode, anything episodically, it's previously on.
yeah. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh.
That's just an idea.
Nah, yeah.
Throwing it out.
That's
there.
another 5 months.
yeah.
But it was like, it would have cut to like 12. What happened? We still there?
Someone hung up.
I think
Uh-oh.
he's frozen.
No,
Oh.
he hung up.
He's
hung up.
frozen in time.
Are you is he frozen or is he just
No,
making
no,
like
no.
Nah, we'll
okay.
bring it back.
No,
We'll bring
no,
it back.
Oh, I'm back.
Maybe.
I thought
don't know.
Phoenix.
He said enough of that.
What if he said, you like that suggestion? I'm out of here.
I don't know. Maybe
hung
we
up,
have
I
to
saw
wait
it.
for
I
it.
can
Yeah.
hear you. Hear me?
People in the chat.
Panda.
Game Librarian, DC
right,
James
wait for him to call.
Studios.
Our sound
In
is
the
out?
house.
Who's DC Game Studio? It's
What happened?
Jay's.
Can you guys hear us? Is it on our side?
No, we're
I think
I think we're good, right?
I don't know.
Let us
Well,
know
we
if
gotta
we're
wait for
good.
PandaSub. Maybe he'll call us back. Maybe
Can
he
you
has some
guys-
Nah, he
issues.
said we're frozen.
We're
really?
frozen.
Game librarian says
We're frozen.
Phoenix is calling back.
Oh shit.
Hold on.
they can hear Panda, but they can't see him.
Okay. Well, at least they can hear him.
The call hung up. I saw.
They said they can hear Panda but can't see him.
the problem
Okay,
is
hold on.
Now someone said loud and clear.
now we're loud and clear.
We're loud and clear?
I hear loud and clear.
I mean, you can see us here.
He's calling too.
Yeah.
I don't
Open
see
up
it on.
Skype.
Yeah, I don't see the call.
Click off and then click on again. Remember
Yeah,
before?
yeah. I got it.
Skype
Awesome.
was like, nah, you gotta get out of here.
Okay, so we're good. Whatever happened there
No,
just
wait.
froze up for a second, but I think we're back. We're back.
Yeah, we're back.
Are we back?
All right.
That's weird. I can't. Can you hear me? Because I can't hear you.
Oh, we
Oh,
don't.
because you need to open.
What happened?
We don't have his audio.
OBS has to be closed before you answer a call in Skype.
Hello.
Oh,
OBS
really?
we have to reboot. You have to close Skype and call.
So I
Open it up
can't.
again, but we're live. So
Yeah, I
we
can't
do
hear
that.
you.
We can't do that. We can't do that. Leave that.
Oh man.
So what do you want to do? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Yeah,
Oh,
we're
Un
live.
momento.
We're live.
Hold on.
Technical difficulties.
We are live,
We're gonna
ladies and
throw
gentlemen.
this right